Brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We are starting up today here in a 93-person free-for-all battle, as we are going to be picking our spots up here in northern Russia to kind of see how putting down that flag does early to dissuade people from coming near us. And so far it's working out pretty well, as no one's really coming near us. Now the only caveat to this is someone might spawn in at the last second, but we do have a decent sized spot for ourselves. Now this will definitely be a slog to get some land. We're going to be conserving our troops. I do feel like there's gonna be a lot of dog piles in the early game just based off the number of players around us, as people are gonna run out of land rather quickly, and some people are gonna use a lot of their troops to do that, as our Arab is doing over there. He's gonna have to save up a little bit in order to regain his troops, but he's also attacking some bots, so he might not be the worst enemy we face. We definitely will take a truce with this guy who's saving up his troops. He's at about 5,000 in his expansion. Now it's our time to shine, so let's get growing and see how we can go from here. Now we do have a little bit of land to go up to the north, so I'm going to reload that. Peppa Ega did a really good job in his expansion and actually cut us off there. So let's go into Hannah a little bit and start going to some of these weak bots. This is a good opportunity for us to grab some land and get out of here a little bit, to have a little bit of escape routes, to get a little bit more in terms of options with bots. So let's keep pushing through Izzy. Izzy's going to be a good one for us to get, and then I'd love to go into that one. I'm just going to blind assume that that person's weak and then finish up here just based off, wow, this person's also very weak. There goes Arab land. Like we predicted, he was going to be a little bit on the weaker side, and now we're kind of done with our expansion. So we do finish fourth. So overall, not the best, not the worst. Let's definitely get a truce with you. Maybe a truce with you. Let's be friends. Do you want to be my friend? And these two, interesting, are probably together. So, that guy's gone. So, okay, let's keep a lookout. We could go up north. Let's do that, actually. That's going to be a good opportunity for us. We'll get a little bit of land out of this. Not too much, but enough to kind of justify us being up here. So that worked out really well, especially if Stark is getting invaded, which he is. That's going to give us a great opportunity to jump in on that. So let's go ahead and go in on this guy now, connect our borders a little bit, and see how things kind of go from here. As we are rather strong, we are in second place, but we did expend a lot of troops doing that. So we need to be careful, especially of this new player who did give us the truce, but you never can really trust those truces. Now I do like this guy fighting because we can jump in on this land and maybe corn over here. Oh gosh, darn it. That was just, if he had just stayed around a little bit longer, but this industries guy is also very weak. So let's go ahead and jump on his land and reload that attack just to continue to grab the land. And we do maintain our second place status. We actually get the crown. A little bit on the dangerous side, as there's still a lot of people here. We do touch borders with a lot of players. So we'll just have to be patient here. Fortunately, we do lose it, so that worked out really well for us, and now we can continue to save and just kind of be a fly on the wall, as Let's Be Friends is getting attacked pretty viciously. We share great borders with him, so we don't necessarily need to jump in at the first attack, but now is a good time to do it. Nowadays it's below 100,000, so let's go ahead and finish up that. We do move back into first place. We do fortunately lose that again. Let's see where Bob Ross is. Bob Ross is down there in the Middle East. Let's definitely get a truce with you. And now we can kind of continue to save up and see where we want to go. I think it'll be down in these Imperials, but I am a little bit concerned about what kind of land or what kind of attacks they would get. I don't have great borders with them, so full send with them, even though it wouldn't hurt a lot, might push us off just enough to actually get none of the land from that. Where is this boat going, sir? Interesting. Is it going right here? Okay, Imperial Mexico is attacking us. We're just going to continue to save. I don't want people to kind of see what's going on there. As new player is going in on this island, which is a little sus. I think he's thinking that people are going to team up on me here shortly. Now, I think let's go into Imperial. Let's go ahead and knock him back a little bit, get a little bit better borders. Fourth does go with us. That helps out. And now we can continue to go into these two players down here and finish them off. So that's another threat neutralized. Let's try and get a truce with this guy. And kind of see how things are going. Void is going into I Love You, so that is decent for us. Now we can go into, let's try and get some people to go into, let's get you. I think I want to go into this guy. Let's go ahead and do that now as he's attacking. So let's continue to keep going on him, as we do have rather good borders with him. And he's only at 1 million troops. We're at 4 million, so let's press our advantage now, try and get some more land out of this. And people do join in. He does full send us. We counter it rather quickly, as he had less than 1 million, so I felt pretty comfortable in doing that. And now we have some good borders. And to go into this new player up here, but let's continue to build up. I definitely will take a truce with you and hopefully get a truce with you as well. And just kind of take a little bit of a look around, see how things are going. We are in 4th place. This guy isn't first, so that is decent for us, as people are going to be very concerned with him. So we can kind of have free range, I think, to go into this new player. up here, and we'll just get some attacks in on him. Peace was never an option is joining in the attack on us. We will just be... Avoid is also attacking us. That's a little bit concerning, as now we're getting ganged up on 3 fronts. Let's go ahead and try and break new player, get him to full send us, as the one that I'd be the most concerned with is Pepe, but he's concerned with what's going on down south, so that is actually decent for us. And if he gets attacked, we can join in, so let's just make sure we have good troops, as Void is kind of recognizing what's going on, the way of the land. And he has a lot to benefit if Peace was never an option. Peace was never an option actually joins in on attacking new player. So a truce has gone up in flames as he recognizes, oh goodness, lots of free land to the south. Let's grab all of that as well and put ourselves hopefully in a good position. Now I am a little bit scared now being in this position that people are going to want to attack me, as my troops aren't necessarily as high as they should be. Fortunately for us, this guy's going into Void. That's very helpful for us, as I think we can go into Peace rather easily now. So let's go ahead and start knocking him down, as we know we can't trust him. We do have a truce with Void, so let's start whittling him down and see what we can do over here. Oh, this guy left. Okay, huge for us. Let's grab all of this land and just kind of hold off on these attacks over here until we get out. Let's try and get a truce with Black Sheep. Void does full send, so Peace is getting absolutely huge. That's a little bit unfortunate for us. Maybe wasn't the best move to hold off on our attacks, but this guy is attacking. I'm going to give him a truce, even though he's probably dead himself. Let's keep going into Peace before he has the opportunity to build up his troops. I don't want him to have as much as his pixel count would supply. That'd be rather dangerous for us. And I feel pretty comfortable doing this, as 2 people are also attacking. So we're going to continue our attack and grab a lot of this land, especially as this crown or this near crown guy does kind of build in. Now we are bigger than him, but we have less than half his troops. So we're going to need a little bit of time to build up before we do anything. Although he did just launch a major attack on somebody, I definitely will give you a truce. Oh, wow. That's really unfortunate for us, as those guys are all going to get very big. Bob Ross to the south is also very big. Let's go ahead and go into Black Sheep. If you saw, the player in Bob Ross has taken over most of Africa, so we're going to need to push through these weaker players right now in order to do something. This guy does full send, so let's grab his land. This guy will probably be kind of our saving grace if there's any, so let's keep pushing through Black Sheep. And he does full send us, so we counter that and go right into him. Does leave us a little bit on the weaker end of troops, but I do think there's going to be a push between these 2 players to get after Bob Ross, so we can kind of just sit back and relax a little bit, as those guys are going to have to deal with that. So I'm going to try and give a truce with this guy as well. I won't give a truce with Bob Ross, because then he's going to expect me to attack Splorgus, and that's just not a winning strategy for us. So I'm going to sit back here, wait until something happens. Now, what is most likely going to happen is Bob Ross is going to attack, or player 397 and Splorgus are going to team up on Bob Ross. So I'm going to be patient in letting that happen until one of them gets a little bit weaker, and then probably backstab Splorgus, just based off of my positioning on the map. I am the 3rd strongest player, but not the most distant 3rd strongest player. He wants me to attack over there. Very interesting strategy. You think he'd want me to be teamed up, or kind of using him as a team up opportunity. I could go into player 397, but I don't think that's a winning strategy. If anything, I want him to be on my side. So let's actually give him a heart. Hopefully he wants to be a boy, as we can kind of just sit back and relax and let whatever's going to happen from here. Splorgus is once again advertising the truce. I'm not sure who he's trying to truce with, but again, I'm sitting at max troops, letting these 2 kind of have their stalemate, as Bob Ross is now attacking Splorgus. Player 397 is just kind of sitting in the background. That's a little bit concerning. I could go into the United Kingdom, but I wouldn't get anything out of that, as these guys would jump on all of this land over here. So I think, again, the best strategy for me is just kind of sit and wait. Hopefully the Splorgus guy full sends Bob Ross, and we can take advantage of the land, and then maybe start pushing into Bob Ross. But again, that strategy requires a lot of patience, so we are sitting and waiting until something happens. Now, Splorgus is at full interest. I'm not sure exactly what he's waiting for. I think he's waiting for player 397 to get involved, and player 397 is not doing that. So this is a tough position. I'd love to be able to help him out, but I won't be able to until I touch borders. I could go into this guy, but again, I don't think that's the winning strategy. I think we just wait for Splorgus to full send. Now, Bob Ross doing this boating strategy is actually pretty smart, as he's getting ready for the full send. He's getting a lot more borders with him, so that when that full send comes, he has a better opportunity of grabbing the rest of the land. new player is attacking us. That is just a boat boy somewhere on the islands, so we don't need to worry about him, and just continuously waiting. If we do touch borders with Bob Ross and Splorgus is still around, I'm going to charge into Bob Ross to try and help out Splorgus. I think that would be more effective than just waiting for Splorgus to full send. So as soon as that happens, we'll join in, but for right now, we're just having to sit back and wait on this epic battle. I am going to give him the thumbs up. I say I'm going to do that as soon as I touch borders. I'm going to give you a heart. I'm sorry this is happening to you. And this, yeah, this boating strategy down here is again another effective tool that he's able to grab a lot of land without risking touching borders with another player who would definitely attack him. If I could give Splorgus any troops, I would. Player 937 is just going after an island over here, so I'm going to give you a thumbs up, but I can't right now, so I have to just wait. Just give me 1 minute. If he attacks like a couple more times, I'm going to be able to join in. And I think our combined efforts would be able to get this through. So just a couple more attacks. We're almost touching borders right here. Splorgus is not losing too many troops. I'm just going to tell him to hold. I'm going to give you a thumbs up. I'm going to give you a heart. And as soon as I touch borders, it should be like one more attack. I'm going to be able to jump in on this. So now Bob Ross is sitting at 30,000. Okay, now I'm joining in. Give you a thumbs up that I'm in. And now that I'm attacking, hopefully this should kind of mitigate the advantage that Bob Ross is having. So let's keep, oh, he's attacking us with a lot of strength, so he's trying to push us through, so that's fine. We'll give a counter attack just to kind of get through this border so Splorgus can attack himself. We do need to maintain this pathway. If we do lose it, which is what Bob Ross is really trying to do, we will be pretty screwed on that front. So we would benefit greatly from this guy joining in, but unfortunately that is not the case, as we're kind of losing this battle. There's not a lot we could do here just based off our positioning. Splorgus is trying to join in, so we'll just keep building up our troops. If he attacks Splorgus, I'll go in on him again with a lot. Finally, oh, player 397 joins in, so I think now is a good time to get in another attack. Splorgus grabbed that land. I'm going to try and attack Bob Ross to kind of slow his troops down a little bit from their expansion. Maybe Splorgus can get most of the Iberian Peninsula. He gets a decent chunk of it, not a lot. As you can see, we've lost the battle. The pixels are not in our favor, and Splorgus is down for the count. So things didn't quite work out for us and the way we wanted to in this game. We'll just continue fighting the good fight, trying to take out Bob Ross. We're not that far off in troops, so maybe we can keep doing this. These attacks, it's not really getting there, unfortunately, as he can just counterattack us like that. Let's give another attack in. Just trying to keep his troops down a little bit, as he can continue giving those big attacks. And we are whittling down our troops, but I'm trying to keep his attention on me so Splorgus can build up. Unfortunately, Splorgus does lose out on this battle, except for we're not that far off. So let's give some more attacks in. Let's keep attacking. We're almost at similar troops, so let's keep going. And Splorgus is building up his troops, so this is working out. I'm going to tell you to charge. We can win this together. If you utilize your troops right now, we have a good chance. There he goes. He gets a good attack in. So let's give another attack in ourselves and just keep going in on Bob Ross. We're being very aggressive in this front. Unfortunately, Splorgus is down for the count, but Bob Ross has way overcommitted his troops. Let's go real strong right now. Let's give a big attack. Maybe we can even kind of neutralize things here, as we have 5 million. He's got 1 million. Let's keep going in on this. We do manage to get the crown. He left. Oh my goodness, what a comeback that was, as we managed to bully him off the table, as he overly aggressively attacked and just wasted so many troops trying to push off Splorgus that he didn't keep an eye on what our troop count was, and we eventually were able to overcome that. Splorgus, no, we heart. We're going to piece out this one. We did it together. What a great victory. That's exactly how you played if you're in Splorgus's position. And he was able to kind of keep holding until we were able to kind of take advantage of a situation. So that worked out really well for us. And now we'll go looking for the peace, as no, hearts and peace. There we go. So GG's to all involved on that one. And thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you've made it this far in the video. If you haven't made it this far in the video, hey, give it a thumbs up. Really helps me out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put out videos every day. But boys, I will see you in the next one.